All right, I am back with Picross 2, of course. Let me go and start the timer up. We have now gotten to World 5 of both characters, so what is that? World 9, kind of? I've completed 8 worlds. Let's see what the theme is gonna be this time. Here we go, Mario puzzle time. Oh, nice. Wow. Not nice, because I would have known most of that right away. I guess a row next to a 15 isn't that good either. This feels like it could be a, not quite, but mostly. Bum, 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 bum. What was the theme of Wario's previous world? It was just like zoomed out shots largely of places. The last one, not so much. I don't know. The Mario Wiki called it Around the World. It was like a mountain or, gosh, what else was there? A shot of a bunch of birds in the sky. Random stuff like that. London. Yeah, we did have one of London. However, the last one was an umbrella lady, which felt slightly out of place, but... Wow, I'm so dumb. I don't want to talk about that. Do. Ah, okay, I just, my brain has not switched to Picross yet. Give me some grace. So Fear Navigator, I was looking into it. It is actually, what do you call it? It's the Ship of Arcanian. I didn't realize that was the name of the PC port. I just never had heard it. It is supported, or people have made Archipelago support for it. I just didn't know it, so I'm playing around with it now to see if I want to switch to it. For our randomizers. My only somewhat concern is... There's a lot of... So I try to beat the games... I like to pick games that are under... That are like kind of, I don't know, 2 to 4 hours, I guess. And I can beat Ocarina of Time randomizers that fast with turbo sometimes. And there is a lot of speed up options, so it may be enough. I'm doing a test run of it right now. But there's still a few things. There's no like explicit turbo in it. There is like, you know, you can change your walking speed with a toggle and stuff like that. But sometimes for, like, I don't know, if I have to wait for it to be nighttime and I don't have Sun Song yet, that could be a little bit of a problem, but we'll see. I'll play around with it. If it's fast enough still. Because there is a lot of speed options to, like, speed up dialogue or to speed up... certain, like, cutscenes to remove them and stuff like that. But it does, what it seems like to me is that it seems like the randomizer community has mostly moved to the Ship of Arcanian, the PC port, whoops, because there's just more options on it than there is on the current just normal randomizer. So for example, I can't remove the Master Sword in the normal randomizer, but you can put the Master Sword in the pool. In that randomizer. So that's part of another reason why I'd want to do it. It just seems like there's more options and stuff. Or like the grass randomizer, for example. That's not actually in the current randomizer, the normal randomizer, whatever you want to call it. Bum, 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 bum. What do we have here? Not that I would turn on the grass randomizer probably normally, But if I was, sometimes we do like a crazier, bigger randomizer with wild settings. I could turn it on for that. Hello, Nino, welcome. It's a pretty simple one there. It does feel weird playing it in 60 frames per second. It's like I'm not used to it. Something feels wrong almost. There's also some settings I kind of just like in relation to daytime and nighttime, like just having Skulltula is always there. That kind of helps for a randomizer. Or being able to turn off the chickens and bomb chew bowling. I legit might turn that on. I get too mad at that minigame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there is a lot of cool options. And I get that probably a flat-out turbo button would, like, probably not be possible, considering the nature of a PC port, I would imagine. So I get why it's not there, it's just, I worry if it would take too long in the end, we'll see. Probably not, it's probably fine. I should have left my air conditioner on. It's a warm day today, because I'm already feeling warm. Summer is coming. I can't count. It's okay, I got plenty of time. Do 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 do. Does look like, it kind of looks like a train. It could be, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Those doorways look like a normal doorway and not a train doorway, so I'm not so sure. Wow, this looks incredibly easy. Hello, Wisp the Vulpix. Welcome, welcome. Question is, will this last part be easy? Oh, wow. Yes. Bump, bump, bump. A prank? What's he doing? I think that looks to me more like a doorway, like a double-sided door. With part of it cut off, but I have no idea what kind of prank he's pulling. Okay. How's it going? It's going all right. More Picross. A ding-dong run? Yeah, something like that. Was there like a bucket on the above the door? I didn't see. Could have been something like that. Just call you Wisp? Okay. I don't know. For some reason, some people I have a habit of just saying their full name, but not others. And it seems to just be whatever I feel like at the moment. Maybe I should blame Bag of Magic Food and Magic Julie Nerd for both having magic in their name, so I can't just call one of them Magic. Do 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 do. can't count. Let's see. One's over here. School World? I actually just had that thought, too. I could definitely see it. The whole print, like the bucket at the door. It's usually like a water bucket or something, right? That makes me think of like a school prank. Do 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 do. Oh. Saying this challenge has made you learn a lot of things about games. For example, Picross games are loaded with content. I feel like puzzle games, like they didn't used to, but at a certain point they started just, they tend to be quite long. Like the kind of dedicated puzzle games, this type of puzzle game. Usually something like, I don't know, Mario versus Donkey Kong won't have maybe quite as much, but this style of puzzle game, I feel like I often see with quite a bit of puzzles. But yes, you are right. It is absolutely loaded with puzzles. Unfortunately, we don't know enough about that. I guess these do feel like more than most that I've been playing in the challenge, at least. Would I say Game Boy Wars or Yakuman Heaven is loaded with content? Game Boy Wars, yeah, probably. Although, I didn't know this. Well, now I know this. Game Boy Wars does have a lot of content. I wouldn't necessarily say it has, quote unquote. Oh wow, I looked the wrong row. Dude, I'm playing bad. I wouldn't necessarily say it has 100+ hours worth of content. The obvious time issue is you know, the CPU turns is obviously a contributor, but even with that, there is still quite a bit. Oh man, I got a 15 again. It's always such a waste. Yakuman Heaven, I don't know quite as much about that one. That feels like a little bit more. Feels a little bit more like. They just kind of made a framework and then built everything around it. Or then, like, just had a bunch of, what do you call it? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's obviously reasons for why some types of puzzle games will have more than others. I wouldn't argue with that at all. More just a general observation. Only one you played was Pokemon Picross, and that one, yeah, that one does have a lot. I've played that one. You assumed it was a Pokemon thing? No, I feel like these kind of puzzle games in general do. At least in my experience. Now, maybe I've just so happened to play all the ones loaded with content. I don't know. Oh, big ol' 13 here. Is that 13? No, there's one more. Mahjong is Mahjong, even though it has impressive music. Yeah, I mean, it's like a well-made game. I just don't know if I would say the amount of content it has was anything spectacular, like, or impressive from that specific standpoint. I mean, I guess it was a better campaign mode than most Mahjong games, so I guess it was nice in that regard, more than most of its style. You know, what would we say game with the most content so far is? Genealogy of the Holy War. Genealogy's probably up there. Lufia 2 as well, although part of my experience was just replaying the game. But the cave, the cave itself is a lot in and of itself. The fact that it almost features an entire roguelike mode with tucked away in the game is pretty wild. So yeah, Lufia 2 is definitely up there as well. Bum, bum, bum. This does kind of look like PE, whoever said that a while ago. Nino, gym class. Do. Hello, Shining Magneton, welcome. Dang it, I was trying to get above the O's. The zeros. I failed. What's the theme of this world? I don't know yet. I've only done one puzzle. Current guess is that it might be school themed, but we don't really know. The first one was literally just a prank of someone putting like a bucket on top of a door. So I don't think it's quite enough to go off of yet. Yeah, it does look like someone fell over. I did a lot in that game, and there was still more I could have done if I wanted to. Like, I technically never got all the iris treasures, and while I did beat the cave in a story mode, or in the main story, I never beat the dedicated gift mode. Which doesn't change a whole lot. It lets you customize your team slightly more than doing it in the story mode, but... Oh. A horizontal bar? Someone, like, ran into it? What the heck? You can't even hardly see the bucket on the door. It does look like there's something kind of there. I don't know, it's a little weird. Prank. Unfortunately, I'm gonna stop the timer real quick. Suji, go ahead and write this one down. All right, let's start the timer back up. Does it sound fine? I hope it does. Whoa. Okay. Do. It's a thing you spin around. Is it used in schools? I don't think I've ever seen one. Or if I have, I don't remember it. Let's see. That's done, and that's done. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hello, Nintendo fan. Welcome, welcome. You're off to lurk, back to grind out Mario Kart Wii's Chivos. Alright, see you later. So far, this is an easy start. 2, 3. This, 1, 2. 5. Do. Y'all ready for the Chess Master video today? See me fail at chess? It's actually got a pretty kind of, I think, an interesting story of how the company came together and how, or the two companies that made it came together and how different they kind of are from each other. Or at least the people running them were. It is also the one official appearance in the challenge of the company that made the Mario Edutainment games, which is kind of funny. I didn't realize that at first. Ah, there's been a 15 here. Yes, the Chess Master video is going live today. Why, is that a surprise to you? Do. You didn't notice an early access release. Well, it's there. Also, I will finally start the next poll after I forgot last week. I'll get ready for that. You know what? Why don't we give you guys... I'm actually... Well... Let's do this. Hang on. I'm gonna give you guys the first access to it. Let me close the old one. The perks of watching me live. Let's close this one, and... Oh, is that it already? Did Suji make it? Is that the new one already? It's the new one? Alright, there you guys go. Early access to the voting. You saw it here first. Ba-ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, bam, bum. I'd say the most interesting appearance on that is Clue Land a little bit. I wasn't necessarily expecting for that to make it to the final round. In fact, I was probably expecting Pac-Man, but I do wonder if that one has the... Well, it's not really a Nintendo game. What do you want to call it? Bias, I guess? I don't know. Also, maybe people just don't like that port very much. I don't know. I think it's fine, but maybe people are more harsh on it. These cannot connect, so we do know like this and this. This has to be the 3 down here, I'm pretty sure. I have 6. Cuckoo land sweep incoming. I will say, based on... Well, I don't know if I should say this. I'm gonna say it anyway. You guys get the sneak preview of things. I think this might be the first year that I end up with a different final game than, the fan vote. I think it might actually happen. Just based on what I saw from the, This is the full 9. From the initial voting. But we'll see. I could be a wrong guess. Obviously, I just opened the poll. It's possible certain games were put... You know, like, it's very possible a game that's everyone's favorite second pick, you know, makes it to the end, but then doesn't actually go anywhere from there. This is very much the thing that can happen with this type of format. So who really knows? I see 2 people and trees. What are they doing, though? Specifically. That's a 3, not a 4. You surprised, Duck Hunt? Is there? That's one probably a lot of people have played. And I think there's some level of kind of the novelty factor of it, carrying it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or like a lot of people have memories, you know, of playing it and being enamored with it when it first came out. I already, well, I don't want to sway people's opinions. If you want to vote for Duck Hunt, do it. Don't let what I'm about to say change your mind, but I'm kind of with you, Turtle. It's, to me, Duck Hunt is maybe a neat little tech demo, but not the most thrilling to me either. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we don't know that one. We only know this one because the 4 can't fit there, but the 2 can fit there. Oh, never mind. Wow, these can be like anything here. That's not very helpful. I'm a bit surprised. The game that used the zapper the best was also the hardest NES or Nintendo game. As you'll see next week. I would say Gumshoe is okay. Usage of it too. Sort of auto runner style. Yeah, 1985. Now that's a year where things will probably be a little more obvious. Or another one of those kind of blowout years. Hey, you never know. I think there's some other games that could show up and at least steal some awards. Bum ba dum bum bum. At the very least, I hope with years like that, the fact that I try to, you know, talk about all the nominees and give them a bit of a time to shine will help to make it at least a little interesting still, you know? Like, yeah, I pick winners, but also I think it's the cool thing about the format is it lets me kind of highlight other neat games still that did cool things. Those ones are almost certainly the top right corner, but we just don't know. Much as I just want to assume it to be true. So, 1, 2, 3. This has to connect as the 4, I'm pretty sure. Does that help me? It does, actually, a little bit. So this is the 2. 3 has to go at least here. Doesn't help too much because an X up there doesn't do me a whole lot of favors. Am I missing something obvious down here? Oh, yes, I am. Ah, man. Oh, wait, there's this too. Ah, man. Doesn't actually help me out too much. That's a bummer. Because we still, it's possible that this, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure this is the one, but I don't really know. Oh, there we go, that's good. Boop, boop. Gosh, that could be a 1. Oh, man. This level continues to be obnoxious. Surprisingly so. Okay, there's definitely more up here. Do. Okay. Yes. That's still not enough. No. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, I knew that. Okay. Whew. Finally, we can start doing stuff here. I mean, I just can't, or like I missaw the numbers. Do. Do. You don't think your pick for best game of the year will line up either? Did it make it to the... Did anyone's top picks not make... Did anyone's first round get nothing into the finals? That's a broad question. Did anyone's favorite not make it to the finals? I'll just say that. Yeah, 96. That's like what? That's Zelda, Metroid. What else is there? I know there's other big ones. I think Murasame Castle's then. Lost Levels. Yeah, there's a lot more that going on that year. Dragon Quest, Kid Icarus. I'm not even gonna acknowledge it anymore, except for I just did, so. Do. Yeah, so versus balloon fight was in 84. World class track meet. Oh yes, who could forget that gem? I can't help but wonder if the versus balloon fight status just as the versus balloon fight hurt it. I will be giving balloon fights the solo release. I will be counting that as separate, I think. So it'll have another chance. Although that might be in a more competitive year now that I think about it, if that's next year. Yeah, I think we are gonna see some of the adventure games during that time too, right? I think Shino Nigashima is 84 as well, or 85 as well. I think. As well as Miho Nakayama. Oh, no, 87 is the year with Shino Nigashima. Ah, that's right. So we haven't hit that quite yet. That year is going to be a year that I've thought a lot about the music. It is a hike. Huh. That actually feels... I don't know. Maybe it is. I mean, do schools go on hikes a lot? I wouldn't know. Let alone in Japan. Here's to a 50 stream watch. Are you close? I think Miho Nakayama's 87 as well, right? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, that's a year I've thought about music a lot for. I think I know what I'm gonna pick, though. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I straight up, like, I absolutely meant to push an X there. Whoops. Do. Yep, we just posted a link. Go ahead and type the command in again, Suji. The next round has officially begun. Ba 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 da ba. Ba da 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 da. Star Fox? Wait, no, that's not Mode 7. Wait, scratch that. What do you mean by a Mode 7 game, actually? A game that always uses Mode 7? Because a lot of games use it back and forth. One, two, three, four, five. I was thinking the Super FX chip. Ba. Or... is the game I played in the challenge? So far, I mean, I guess it could be one that's still coming up. It is. Oh, there's the one already there. Gosh. I'm so bad. Now what? Oh, we do have a 3 here. And 5 is done. Okay. You know, I was maybe going to say sometimes I feel like devs overuse Mode 7 just to use it in places where it didn't always make sense, but Mario Kart is not one of those games, I would say. They kind of built the game around it, so it makes sense. So I will withhold my judgmental words. Ba, 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 ba. Although I kind of just said them anyway. Do 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 do. 1, 2. Oh, that's just full row. I remember playing Mario Kart a decent amount back in the day, the original Super Mario Kart. I'm pretty sure I played more, like the one I remember playing a lot of was 64 as a kid, but I think we still played this NES one a decent amount. I had a good time with it too in the challenge. It was kind of, I liked it more this time than some of my past playthroughs of it, actually. I don't know if that's just because I'm retro-brained right now or something, but... Like, I looked at the... So I've actually reviewed every game I've played before. Well, just about every game, not quite all of them. And my review last time was lower for Mario Kart than it was this time. Which is kind of funny that that can happen so much, but... To have every track ever, that'd be pretty cool. How close did they get with, 8 by the time all the DLC was said and done? Oh, that is done. I was always a little bummed we didn't quite get every stage in Smash Ultimate. I kind of get some of them were designed around the 3DS, and some of those moving stages were kind of garbo, but I still kind of wish we had it. Consequences. Like, live with the consequences regardless. Give you back Poke Floats. Do. I feel like the DLC tracks, like the second batch, the first batch was really good. The second batch felt like, at first, some of the texture work was like a tad weak. I don't care too much about it, but I feel like at first it was maybe a bit weak, but I think they got better as it went along, honestly. I think they improved. I think they saw some of the complaints about them and tried a little harder. Just in the second batch specifically. I think the first, I mean, maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember being pretty happy with the first batch of DLC in that game. Just like, surprisingly good. Like, I kind of felt like some of the DLC before that Nintendo had done was not really worth the price, but the Mario Kart ones absolutely were. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Do. It's really hard for me to tell what I have and haven't done here. That's that. I will be honest though, for me, it's I don't care. Like I don't know. I probably don't care as much as some people about how pretty the courses look. I mean, it's nice, but I just like having more tracks to race on. I'm not gonna say I don't want the courses to look nice. I was just never that salty about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 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 do. Oh man, this was a little weird. Do 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 do. Lunch. It still kind of feels school themed right now. Hiking isn't necessarily something I strictly associate with school, but I can believe it. Your favorite Mario Karts are Double Dash, 7, 8, WBU. I don't know what that one is. Mine, at least, like, it would be interesting to see if my opinion has changed replaying them all, but the ones I have played the most that I remember getting into were 8, Wii, and DS. Do. Those are probably the ones I've been into the most. Mario Kart DS was the first Mario Kart I actually ever got into and really tried to, like, do everything in it. And I've kind of done it. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say I've done it for every game since then, but 7 I got late, and I did do everything in it, but I kind of just picked up once and then never played it again. By that point, I already had been playing 8, so... I wouldn't say it's my biggest, like, series by a long shot either. Like, if I'm gonna play something multiplayer, I'd rather play Smash Brothers, personally. Or even something co-op. I still like them, though. If I had to pick a favorite Wii game, it would probably be Donkey Kong Country Returns. Do 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 do. I have told the story about me losing Mario Kart DS. Came home from a car trip. Everyone was dog-tired and went in the house right away. I came back the next day to get the DS from the car. The DS was on the ground in the pavement on the driveway. Mario Kart DS was nowhere to be found. I don't know what happened. Because, like, you'd think if someone stole it, they would have taken the DS too, but no. The DS was on the driveway, and there was no cart in sight, and I never saw it ever again. It's tragic. I actually didn't play. I didn't care for Double Dash that much when I was younger. I don't know. And last time I played it, I wasn't super into it, but maybe another playthrough will change my mind on it. Like, I played it when everyone else played it, but I never got that into it. I'm not, and I didn't dislike it by any means. It just doesn't, when I think about my favorite Mario Karts, that one just, for whatever reason, never really is very high for me. Some people love it, though. Like, for some people, that's the best Mario Kart, you know? I do like World 2. I know some people have had their gripes with it, but overall I was pretty happy with it. I mean, I probably, as far as like stuff to do in single player, I played it quite a bit. I haven't played that one quite enough with other people. I guess I just, like, I don't really play Mario Kart 8 anymore with other people too. I just don't do that kind of stuff as much as I used to. But I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's hard to say it, like, I'll have to, I feel like it needs a bit more time for me to have a strong opinion on where it sits in the grand scheme of things. Hey, it might be. Like, I feel like I again, it's been a while since I played it, so I had some of this, oops. Would have to maybe just sit down with the game again to really say what I think. But I do feel like I remember not liking how it felt a whole lot last time I played it. I don't know if that was the controls or what, but something about it, I just didn't control quite as, in the way that I liked, but I don't know. It has been a while. And maybe I was just being a noob at it or something, and just needed to sit with it more. I have messed up. This is not a 9 here. And there it is. Oh, this just looks like straight up like a class. I will say, I do definitely like World's trick mechanics overall, too. There's some fun stuff with that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This just looks like a classroom. That one student there doesn't look like he's sitting, though? Wait, why does it look like he's going up steps? Maybe... that's weird. I'm actually less certain now. I'm misreading his desk. I'm having a hard time seeing a desk out of that mess. Although I definitely would believe that I'm wrong on this one. The top right, or like the top part of this, absolutely looks like a teacher standing at a desk. I'm just having trouble seeing the desk down here. I just have it too stuck in my head of someone walking up steps. I can't get it out now. It's always weird when that happens with pictures, when you like see one thing and then you just can't not see it that way, even though you know it's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I missaw the row, even though it highlighted it for me clearly. One thing I want to do when I get to my console summary videos, just in general, probably, is pick a favorite game from the whole entire system. I think that could be interesting. There's a lot I want to do out of those videos, though, and I'm worried they'll be a little bit too just jam-packed of random things. I guess I could make it a separate video. Maybe I should. Just picking my favorites, doing a tier list, and then having a top. Maybe that's how I would do it. Do. Two. That's what I thought. Oh, this last little bit's a little weird. Okay, that doesn't help me out too much, though. Let's see, what do we have to work with here? A big ol' 5. That is definitely helpful. Now what? 2 there. Okay, there we go. Do and do. No, I'm right! It is someone going up the stairs! To graduation! You all gaslit me! Or at least Suji did. What do you have to say for yourself, Suji? Why did I go to that puzzle? Man, I absolutely called it. All right, I already know I'm gonna get some protests to this. But when you think of your all-time favorite Nintendo series, what comes to mind? Do 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 do. Doom. NES Sports. Oh, brother. And I guess if you want to allow sub-series, then that's fine. Like, if you want to say Mario Kart or... Lord have mercy, Mario Party. Xenoblade, Xenoblade Zelda, Mother, Mario Party. Somehow I knew when I said that, Dr. Pop. That if someone was gonna say it, it was gonna be you. I think my favorite's probably Zelda. I've got others I like a lot, like Smash Brothers, Pikmin. Gosh, what else would I say? Those might be the most obvious ones for me. I feel like there might be one more I'm forgetting, but... ...2D Mario. I like 2D. I like, well, just Super Mario in general quite a bit. However, there are a few too many that I just don't like quite as much. Like ones that are still really good, just not quite at the top for me. That holds Super Mario back a little bit for me. It's definitely up there, though. Definitely up there, near the top. You would say Mario Party? No! I did not mean to do that. Whoops. I just didn't. I just moved up too quickly while I was still holding the button down slightly. Do. Have I not heard anything from Shining Magneton? Oh, yeah, that's right. Xenoblade or Zelda. So I was like, gotta mention Xenoblade, right? Favorite franchises can be a weird question, though, when you're like, well, my favorite games are from this franchise, but there's also some I really don't like. So how do you weigh in, you know, the ones you don't like as much in that question? It's a weird conundrum I've thought about before. When I've had to try to consider what my favorite Nintendo franchises are, or just franchises in general, I guess. I used to think about it with Smash Brothers, ranking all my all the franchises that I like that are in Smash Bros. For whatever reason. I've done that before. Do. Well, Donkey Kong's pretty high, I would say, for me, too. Overall. I haven't played all the Donkey Kong games, though. Like the bongo stuff. But again... How much did you let that affect? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Easy to troll everyone over. I know, right? Grown. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country's good. A sub-series of only 3. I don't know. I don't know. I said Mario Party's allowed. But... for whatever reason, I didn't feel like counting that one in my mind. Maybe I should have. Worst Nintendo franchise? My personal least favorite is probably NES Sports. I wouldn't say there's any I really dislike outside of that, though. I can't think of too many. There's ones I don't like as much as most people. But that's kind of a different question entirely. Oh, yeah, right. Returns of Tropical Freeze. Dude, maybe you're right. Maybe I should say Donkey Kong Country. I'm just being dumb. Yeah, I probably would say Donkey Kong Country. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are absolutely right. Do I prefer pure Donkey Kong platformers or Donkey Kong puzzle platformers? Are you talking about specifically like the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games and stuff? I mean, I don't quite know which games you're talking about and that you're including that. Like, I don't know. Then absolutely the pure Donkey puzzle or the pure platformer Donkey Kong games. No question. I have memories of playing Donkey Kong Country with others growing up. I don't know if I would call them fond memories, though. I'm not gonna like the ones after 9. What makes you think I'll like any of the ones before 9? All right. Do. Xenoblade had more than 4 games, would probably be the definitive top. But with no Zelda, except maybe Zelda 2's below a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I guess that's another just interesting thing. If a game has a lot of games you really like, how does that rank, you know? How does that affect the ranking? But like, I guess I ranked Pikmin 2 or Pikmin pretty high when there's definitely more Donkey Kong Country games than that. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the more you're absolutely right. I should definitely have counted or said Donkey Kong Country to begin with. Do I think the SNES is overrated? No. I love the SNES. The fact that it has Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Super Mario World alone. I feel like I may be forgetting another one. And Donkey Kong Country series. That alone makes it like one of my favorite Nintendo consoles. If you're looking for a Super Nintendo hater, you're not going to find it in this stream. Ba-ba-ba. I wouldn't count. You're right that you can play Game Boy on it. I don't usually consider it, though, when I think about the library, personally. There's also a lot of really good JRPGs on the Super Nintendo. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, I really like the Super Nintendo. I will readily admit that I do have a lot of nostalgia for it, so that probably contributes. But I would still kind of count this as Teleview, but I so far it's not like I've had a super game or like, you know, there hasn't really been anything on this Teleview that's particularly blown me away either. So I wouldn't, regardless of whether or not I include it in my mind, I don't think it actually affects currently my opinion of the console super highly, one way or the other. N64 is interesting in that I think maybe if you were to look at the entire library, it's a little weak, but it has a handful of games that I really love on it. So I have a hard time categorizing where I would place it in the grand scheme of things. Do. What is happening here? Oh, is this a nurse? Like bandaging a kid's scraped knee? That's why there's a sink there in the background and then like a cabinet with medicine and stuff. There's still a lot I really like though on the N64. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I want to finish. Like, I'd love to do. Like, it's gonna be so cool to look at my average ratings and stuff by the end of things. Just curious overall what I think about certain consoles and stuff. Like, in my mind, probably the console I think is the most overrated amongst Nintendo fans is the Wii. Probably. But maybe we'll find that when I actually play those games. That won't be actually the reality once I actually take a look at them. Oops. Infirmary. Yep, I was right. Do. 1, 2, 3. I think not even just, you know, oh, the shovelware, but I don't know. Some of Nintendo's first-party stuff just wasn't my favorite during that time either. They have good stuff on it. I'm not going to say they don't, but... when you look at all the Wii parties and stuff like that. But there's a lot of really good stuff, too. Smash Brothers Brawl is a lot of fun. Donkey Kong Country Returns, Xenoblade. Mario Kart Wii. Super Paper Mario. Bum, 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 bum. Do. Yeah, Galaxy games I'm more mixed on. They're not particularly the highlight for me of the Wii, but I will acknowledge that it is for most people. I do feel like Skyward Sword is a bit weak on the Zelda side of things. It's not terrible, though. It's still fun. And it's not even the motion controls that's my biggest beef with the game, probably. I know it is for some people, but... I have more issues with, like, I don't know... The overworld exploration feels especially bland. And I think there's just a little too much of the world revisiting going on in that game. Not enough, like, new locations and stuff. I have not played Punch-Out Wii, but I am really looking forward to that one. I could see that becoming, with just what I think about the series in general, I could easily see that becoming a favorite of mine on the system. We'll see. I have not played it yet, but I have suspicions that I will enjoy it. I have not played the Wii version of the Pikmin games either. It is a little interesting. I don't know, how do you count remasters and stuff like that in a console's library, but... I'm sure I will like them. It is Pikmin after all. You would put the Wii above the N64? I don't know if I would. There's nothing on the Wii for me that, like, is a favorite of mine. There are definitely some N64 games that are favorites of mine. There's games that come close, but... At least that I can think of. Maybe I'll change my mind, but... I just really like, you know, Mario 64, the Zeldas, the rare collectathons on the N64, a little bit too much for me to, put the Wii above it. But to each their own. What's my favorite arcade game? I don't play that much arcade stuff. Gosh. Like, I honestly did not play much arcade stuff outside of the challenge, so maybe, like, R-Type? You don't think it was worse than earlier consoles? I mean, it had a lot of games, so it's hard to say. You know, maybe with percentages, I don't know. We did have a lot. Other consoles did, too. It felt like it peaked on the Wii to me, but it's not like I played many of them anyway. Do. I think maybe there's something about the Wii shovelware that just feels especially atrocious. Like the level, the low that it stooped to felt somehow even lower, but... I see what you're saying still. It's definitely, it by no means was a new thing. Yeah, I think my favorite arcade game right now is probably R-Type. I could probably find one I would like even more, though. It's probably unfair for me to say something like the Play Choice 10. So that's just an NES. What's my favorite Play Choice 10 game? Well, I'd have to remember what's all on there. I mean, probably what? Super Mario Brothers 3? That was on the Play Choice 10. One, two, three, four, five. Honestly, at this point, though, I think Switch 1 is one of my favorite Nintendo gens. I don't know if that's just recency bias, but there's a lot of games I really like on the Switch. Now that the gen is basically done. Do. Graphically, I'm not a good person to ask for, like, impressive technical things. I don't feel like I know enough, nor do I pay, honestly, that much attention when I'm playing games. I mean, I guess from, like, a technical perspective, some of the stuff they do in Tears of the Kingdom is kind of cool, but, like, I don't know. I don't think that's quite what you're looking for. Like, I've intentionally avoided having a technical achievement award in my Game Awards video, or my Nintendo Awards videos, because I feel like I'm just not a good judge of that. I don't know. I don't mind it too much. Sometimes it's nice not to... Like, I don't know. I tend to just care more about the games and how they play. And I'm happy with that. I see a lot of people... It seems like the world is indeed school-themed. I got thrown off a little bit by the hike one, but... Do not know with this which way this is going. Could connect to the 5 or the 4. Dang, if I could just do one more. One, two, three, four. Wait a second. Oh, never mind. I'm good. We have the 7 here. This 2 gets blocked. Ah, there we go. That push this out. That's nice. Now we know. Boom, boom, boom. Ah. What? Did I mess up here? Where the heck is this 1? There has to be 3 1s over here, so one of these can't be an X. Oh, there it is. Where? That's weird, because I just X'd that. I don't know, man. I don't know what I did there. Like, I just X'd that off. Maybe I saw the 3 and did a stupid thing there. Probably. That would be my guess. Do 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 do. Good night, Nino Nino. My air conditioner just got louder. Can you tell? Did it make more noise? Do 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 do. I was just paranoid about that darn air conditioner. But I need it to survive. Well, I guess I don't need it to survive, but I will be a much more miserable streamer without it. These both 1s? Was a kid raising his hand to answer a question? Do 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 do. You guys want to hear my confession? Even though he's such a big part of gamer culture, I never really watched his videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've like glanced at a couple. I feel like the one I saw was that one. I remember seeing the that one about the oh gosh, it was like a pack-in with a bunch of games. I don't remember what it was, but one of those gaming collection ones. I saw that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Action 52, yeah, that's exactly the one. I saw that episode, or like at least I watched parts of it. I don't know. I get that it's all just part of the joke, but maybe I'm just too averse to the whole always angry thing. It's just not totally my thing. He's got to be one of the earlier, like, video game YouTubers out there, though, right? Like, I know, I definitely got a level of respect for what he did. Or does? Does he still do it? I can't remember. I think he still does. He even had a website before it? Wow. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Yeah, that happens a lot, and unfortunately, I probably contribute somewhat to the problem. I do it myself. But I do agree. I do feel like that maybe happens a lot. A bit too often. I don't know. I mean, it could also just be that it bolsters certain people and stuff too, like to be more... Like, I don't know. I don't want to completely write off people's opinions of, oh, you just got that from a YouTuber, you know? There's a little bit more nuance than that, but... Do 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 do. And he started before we even began, I know, right? Do 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 do. He does still make videos. Yeah, I thought so. Wait, is that another student raising their hand? Oh, there's a bunch of students raising hands. What is this, roll call? Open day. Is that what you were gonna say, Suji? Where is the new puzzle? That might be where the final one goes. But why me just stepping on these snakeheads? Oh, no, that's the final one? Wait, was that not the last puzzle? Did I miss one still? Oh, there's one more to do here. I'm stupid. Whoops. That you know? Do you mean like you watch or that you know? Because like, I don't know. Doesn't like Smosh still makes videos and they were what? At least 2005? Those are definitely some old heads. Yeah, Smosh is still around. They've changed a lot over the years. And had some drama. But they are absolutely still around. One of them left for a while, but he's back now. And they have a lot more people than the original crew. Or than the original two. I feel like they've moved a little more into, like... Gosh. Improv kind of stuff. And less away. They still do some skits, but... I feel like they've moved more that route. I didn't actually know Chugga was around for that long, though. I've heard the name. I've never really looked very closely at his stuff, but... He's the one that plays like the Xenoblade games and stuff, right? Or is that someone else? Hello, Dr. Henry's Freakonomics class. Nice name. Yeah, that's where I've heard his name, is with Xenoblade stuff. Do 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 do. This is weird. What is going on in this one? Someone playing Tetris with a city on the right? I don't know. Oh, I'm so dumb. I could literally see that one there. You found me while searching the retro category? Nice. I am beating every game Nintendo has published, so right now I'm doing retro, but I have, I will eventually get to other stuff too. We are on the, let's see, we've started the N64 recently. However, there are still plenty of Super Nintendo games to go. As well as, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Game Boy still running here too. Haven't quite hit the color yet. I think I'm kind of close to the color though. What is going on in this one? 7. Ba-ba-ba-da. So I'm building the right side of whatever this is. It's gonna, looks like it's gonna be something kind of similar. Brett and Link were pretty old. I don't know if they were quite as old though as someone like Smosh and stuff. Jax Films is pretty old too. He's someone who still makes content. I don't remember when he first started, but he's an old head that's been around for a while. I don't know if he's quite as old as some of those though. He's pretty old though, I think, actually. Or like he's been on, he did some of his big stuff pretty early on. Oh, this is just done. It's another, what is this? Didn't get your first console until like the PS3, so recently trying now to go back and play retro games that you missed. Nice. I started with like Super Nintendo, so I've played a lot more old NES stuff I had never touched before. And I found a lot that I liked quite a bit. I would say my opinion of the NES overall rose in this challenge. Still not my, you know, all-time favorite, but... Wait, no. This is a weird one to close out. Do 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 do. There's a lot of really cool retro stuff out there. It's, you know, sometimes it takes a bit to kind of adjust, I feel like, a bit to the just different conventions and styles of games, but there's a lot of fun to be had, I think, still with these games. Now, right now, I'm kind of stuck in puzzle purgatory, but that is also fine. I enjoy me some good old puzzles. I actually technically started with, like, really old PC stuff. And some early internet games, too. Like, early Flash games. Bonus.com. Doubt anyone even heard of that website. But, like, I played, oh gosh, on the Windows 95. Ski Free, that Mousetrap. No, Mouse, I don't know. Suji always gets mad at me whenever I misremember its name. Played Commander Keen, Cosmos Cosmic Adventure, some random old PC games, Humongous Entertainment stuff, like the Putt-Putt and stuff like that. But the SNES was my first video game console that I actually played, like, a lot of. From Software's Eternal Ring on PS2, but the PS4 ports. I've not played any of From Software's previous, you know, pre-Dark Souls stuff. Part of me is kind of curious about it. Where do I go here? I actually been going back and playing, like, series that were around when I grew up, but I just didn't play. Like, I never played any of the classic Doom games, and I played those for the first time recently. Amongst a handful of other series. I've had that itch, too, I guess, so to speak. It was the Kid Pix and Space Pinball. I did play some Space Pinball. I think, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Although that would have been after the 95, I think. It was super fun. Nice. I hate that this could be the 3 or the 6. Really love to know one way or the other. Any big numbers I haven't stumbled on yet? Not really. This feels like one where I maybe need to start just crossing things off and looking. Although I have to be careful about that because it definitely could mess me up. Oh. See, and that's why I do it. I'm gonna get rid of it for now. Although who knows if this will take me far enough. Ah, haha, nice. Oh, I absolutely could have done more of that 6 as well. Ba 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 ba. What is this picture? I do not know. do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a weird level. 1 blank, 1 blank. Yeah, it could be there. We don't know. Oh, no, yeah, we do. This is the 1 and the 2, okay. Meow. That's done. 1, 3, 1, 2. Oops. Three there. Oh, why did I think that? See, sometimes I see the 4 and I'm like, it's a 4. Even though it's obviously not. Why do I do that? It's not the first time I've made that mistake, and it probably won't be the last either. I think these both have to be 1s. Do we know now that this is... No, we still don't. However, we officially know. Ah! Finally. I've been waiting for that one. Do. There's too many WUDs. Okay, I can just look at the 2. 2 there, 3 there. Just about done with this corner. We still have the other corner. What is going on? Maybe is this just I'm playing like basketball or something again? We just get another basketball themed puzzle. That's just a goofy looking hoop. That doesn't seem right though. There's some games where you have to throw a bunch of balls into a basket, but I don't know much about it. What's it called? That's my guess, then. It does kind of look like what everyone's doing, doesn't it? Do. Bum. Do. Do you think anyone on this planet has... Well, I shouldn't say that. I bet you there's someone who just streamed every Picross thing possible. I'll just say, I gotta be one of the people that has streamed the most Picross at this point, right? I can't imagine this is a game that many people stream, but, you never know, I guess. The things a challenge like this will make you do. Do. And that's true. It is gonna stop eventually, though. Is the last run I'm gonna play the Picross on the Pokemon one on the 3DS? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to, like, one stat, I don't know how on earth you would collect this, but one stat I want to look up is, like, what percentage of time I spent on games was spent on just a few games, if that makes any sense at all. Like, did 5% of the games eat up 50% of the time or something like that by the end? You know, I don't know, maybe not those exact numbers, but I'd be curious to see how much that happens, because I feel like it's got to happen a decent amount. Or, like, it's got to be a decent chunk. Bum, 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 bum. See you later, Nintendo fan. Twilight Princess thing before or after? You know, I'm not sure. I thought it was after or before, but man, I never actually played it, so I'm not sure. Do 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 do. How do I plan on covering stuff like Pokemon Shuffle, where your playtime is limited to 5 levels per day? Used to be able to pay for more plays, but with eShop Home now. I'm going to guess / hope that there will be mechanisms in place for a that there will be other other means to play infinitely that don't involve yeah. Basically. If I can do it with a hatch system or something. I'm trying to dance around what I'm trying to say, but yes. That currently would be my plan. I don't know if it's possible, maybe it's not, but I would imagine it is. Or at least will be. Now, if I got to that point in the challenge when that game was out, I may just have to cry and dump my wallet. I don't know. We'll see. In theory, there's some games I don't mind only playing a little bit of at the start of every stream. Like, in theory, that's something I could see myself doing, like for Animal Crossing and stuff like that. So, I'm not opposed to playing a few things at once. If it's the kind of game that is kind of meant to be played that way, you know? Just want to make sure I'm doing the right things here. This is a little messy. I have messed up somewhere. Where's my 1? Oh, this is a 3, not a 2. Whoops. This is absolutely whatever Suji said, because this looks like people throwing balls into a single basket. Like a bunch of people are chucking balls in the air. That's just straight up what this looks like. Athletics! What a description. Oh, the Animal Crossing question has come up again. Time to go through this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Animal Crossing. Ideally, I don't want to time travel. However, there are some things that may result in some level of time shenanigans to happen. Because, for example, I would like to show the Christmas event, but I am not going to be playing on Christmas. That's just not going to happen. Or I'm not going to be live streaming on Christmas. The problem of the live stream complicates things. So overall, I do not want to time travel, but there may be some... I may have to time travel some, or I may have to offset my calendar. That's a thought I could do. Yeah, turning the clock forward like a week, that's a possibility. But even then, that still kind of has the problem of there's a lot of time of the day stuff, you know? Like, do I really want to stream at 1 a.m. in the middle of the night to see the ghost, you know? It's not easy. It's just frankly not easy for me to flick the camera on and stream whenever I want. It's not that simple, so... The realities of that I'm streaming these games are going to have to play a role in my decision-making, and I don't totally know what I'm going to do yet. Like, I want to catch all the fish, but that is going to result in me either having to stream at bad times and literally just ruin the schedule of my life, or... something else. I could do another day, like a week, I'll stream with the clock offset by half a day, you know, that's... I might be more stuff like that. There might be a lot of clock offsetting, where I'll kind of try to treat it normally, but kind of weird at the same time. Another thought I've had is maybe I... beat the game and do as much as I can without it first, but then once I reach a certain point, I swap to using it. Just to see everything else. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It just unfortunately doesn't work super great with trying to stream it all. There's ideas, though. There's different ideas. I'm not going to be... I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to be trying to do 100% the catalog in those games. There's a lot I want to do, but catalog is not really one of them. Like, I don't want to just, you know, pay off my loan, call it a day. I do want to do more than that, but I think I'm going to have my limits still. That row already hit? Wait, no, I actually messed up. It's because I messed up there. See, that's where, this is where Mario puzzles are nice. If that was a Wario puzzle, I wouldn't have caught that till later, and I'd be raging and pulling my hair out. Every last strand. Oh, I just can't count. I don't even think, I'll be honest, I don't think, if I'm not going to focus on catalog, I don't know how much I'm going to care about that in general. I will probably try to go for museum. But I don't know, I don't even know if I want to commit to any sort of partial... Wow, I'm just bad. Any sort of partial completion of it or anything at this point. As much as I like doing full 100% completion in games, this is absolutely not a challenge where I commit to doing 100% completion on games. I have already skipped out on a bunch. Now, unless I'm forgetting, well, I maybe didn't do everything with the challenge maps. But I do remember maxing out every single one of the blades in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which involved replaying the game twice because one of the DLC blades requires you to complete enough quests that literally don't exist in the game, so you have to play it twice. I was kind of salty about that, if you couldn't tell. But I have done that before. and beaten all the super bosses and whatnot. Some of the blades are exclusive to New Game Plus? I don't even remember that. It's been a while, though. Don't tell me it's the DLC blades, because then you have to play it 3 times then, don't you? Because it's one of the... I think it's one of the DLC blades that requires... Oh, it might be one, though, that is not one of the New Game Plus exclusive blades. I'm kind of remembering this now a little bit. Man, it's been a while, though. Yeah, the Torna blades. But I think the one that has that unlock requirement for doing enough quests was a DLC blade, but it's not. It's not one of those, I think. Because I did all that. Only thing I can't remember is I don't recall if I did the, like... Because there was, like, that challenge stuff that they added with the DLC. I don't even totally remember it all. I don't remember if I did all that. I don't know, you might be surprised. I'll do a lot in this game still. I still plan to do quite a bit. No promises, but... Gosh, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, okay, it's not all of them. Huh, what am I locked? What, like, where do I go, though? This. These are kids getting their measurements taken? That looks like a kid standing below, like, a measurement. Thingamajig. Getting his height measured. I can't remember what it was. Someone brought up a win condition oops thing before. For like... What was it? I don't even remember now. Win conditions, whatever. I'll decide it when I play. I don't really know. I don't know a lot of my win conditions until I play the game. I'm not that worried about it. I'll come up with something. I have been through plenty of games with not clear win conditions to be remotely concerned about what I'm going to do about future games. But also, like, I just don't even think about it. I don't totally want to think about it yet. Because I'd rather, like, I don't really like getting spoiled on everything in a game, so it's like... Let me see what's in the game first, and then I'll make a decision, you know? I'm just not... I don't really want to make that call yet. Ba-ba-da-ba. To be absolutely sure, I should just do it all twice. Yeah, maybe it'll be. Maybe there's some anomaly, and I'll only know if I do it twice. I gotta know what the when the credits truly roll. How can we be certain ever? That being said, I have seen some pretty odd conditions for things that just didn't make sense. That tennis game, top players tennis, that's gotta be one of the weirder ones, right? That took me so long to figure out, like, that was so confusing trying to figure out what the heck. Oh, you just ask. That's gotta be up there, right? That one was a pretty weird one. It was just, like, hard to even realize what it was. There are also so many ones on this puzzle, which is annoying. I do not like puzzles with this many ones. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this has to be. Annoyingly, if we just had one X there on the left, I could solve all that, but I do not. I have a win condition that's shake the policeman's hand. In my own challenge. Oh gosh. What the heck is that? Oh, that's just like a part of it. It's a substring of it. I still have, I'm trying to think of what that could be. When did I have a part? It's obviously part of the ending sequence. What part of the ending sequence involved shaking a policeman's hand? Oh, that's gotta be bomb sweeper. Bomb sweeper, right? Yep, that's it. I feel like there's been some games where, like, different endings were really confusing, but off the top of my head, they're not coming to me. You know what was an annoying one? Was seeing the bonus ending of Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Not quite the weirdest end condition, but one of the more obnoxious bonus conditions I went for. Good night, Confused Mister. This lower half of all the boys is really confusing. Spell Nintendo 3 times. That's gotta be RC Pro-Am for the Game Boy, whatever that was called. What did they call that? I can't even remember the proper name for it. Super RC Pro-Am? Something stupid like that. Yeah, Super RC Pro-Am. Bum, bum, bum. I also remember playing that clown game over and over again, but I don't remember if that was confusing or not. That auto-scroller, that kind of bizarre auto-scroller game. There we go, measurement. Only one more. It's gotta be here, right? There we go, last puzzle of the world. Bring the baby. Metroid, the second Metroid game. Because you have to, at the end of the game, you have to bring the Metroid to the ship, the baby Metroid. Do 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 do. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. That is just done. This and this. You know, sometimes I get embarrassed when I did something stupid, but let's be honest here. No one's paying that close of attention. No one even notices why I mess up. I should just say it was a misclick every single time, and people will believe me. None would be the wiser. Do. One that looks like it should be really nasty. This one hasn't been too bad. That was on purpose. I mean, I was, I think I said the wrong thing. Wait, what actually is this? This is like way too many ones. Is this just all of them? I think it is. Yeah, I don't really know enough about the N64 Animal Crossing to know what'll make for a good win condition. Or not even win condition, but, you know, content to do. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, another question for y'all. What one game are you most looking forward to seeing right now? If you had to pick a single game, what's at the top? It could be 10 years from now. Banjo-Kazooie. Good answer. Good answer. This side is similar to the last one, but, like, it's harder. I'm looking forward to playing the Banjo and Kazooie games. I think this just is part of the 3. Which also means these are all 1s. The problem is this could be a 1 here. We don't know that yet. Man, this is so messy. Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. That will be kind of interesting to see. I agree. You want to see me play Tetris Plus? Is that N64? Is that the one you keep talking about? I've heard you mention it before. Game Boy? What's the N64 one that you've mentioned then? Gosh. There's too many Tetrises. The new Tetris. Got it. There's too many Tetrises. 1 blank 2 blank 2 3. Oh, it's a 5 already. I thought it was only 4, but obviously it's a 5. I mean, I did it on purpose, just like everything else I do. I'm just a genius who occasionally pushes the wrong button. This spider web of a stage. GoldenEye 007. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that one too. I know we have some non-believers of that game in the chat, or like people who think that it hasn't aged well, but I still want to see it. One blank, 1 2 3 blank. Okay, these are both ones. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. 1 2 3 4 5. Oh. I still don't really know this, do I? I mean, I guess I know that. Grody. Mario Party is gonna be so bad. Oh, man. I'm gonna be miserable. And you guys are just gonna be laughing at me. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I did that because it's easier just when you know that. This puzzle is hard. It's just confusing. It's easy to slip up. Right now, you're looking forward to seeing me play Rhythm Heaven. It is also a good answer. I am looking forward to playing those games as well. Ones I have not played that I would really want to. Man, there's just so many checkered ones on this stage, and checkered ones are just the worst. Uh-oh, messed up here. This is like actually so confusing. Okay. Whew, that was rough. That looks like the only part of the puzzle that's going to be like that though, so I have a feeling that's going to be the hardest part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bunch of 9s, you love to see it. Or a bunch of stuff on the edge, you love to see it. Uh, 5 is up here. Good old stuff along the edge. Just accidentally looked up shake the policeman's hand. What does it become in English? Yeah, we gotta know. Speaking of Rhett and Link, that just reminded me of their old, gosh, the sending things into Google Translate through multiple different language videos. No, you're right, it wasn't Google Translate. It was, what was it? It was YouTube. Oh, it was the caption. That's right. That's right. They called it caption fails. I remember now. Wasn't there a website that let you do that, though? Where you would, like, put in a phrase and it would just translate it back and forth a bunch? I think I'm getting it mixed up with that. What was that website called? It's dead now. Wah, wah. That was pretty funny. I mean, I guess... Did that use Google Translate, or was that something else? I don't remember, but it was... You get some pretty ridiculous... And Malto, the beer, a tea. I remember that showing up like a million times. You used something else? I wonder if we'll ever get to a point where machine translations will be, like, on par. The problem is there's just so much context with the language that it seems so hard. If not, just impossible. Do 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 do. Oh, actually, I do know. Oh no, that's the only one. Oh, now we know that. Which is that? Which is that? Which is that? That's a weird bottom tile there, but. Man. That's... Okay. Blue coins is definitely my least favorite part of 100%ing Sunshine. I wonder what I'll do this time, though. I've, like, always strictly followed a guide. But maybe I could try, like, not at first and then only using it once I get desperate. Because some of those are ridiculous. I've never really tried to do it on my own, though. I've always been too much of a coward. I don't think I'll do them all. I think at some point I'm going to have to throw in the towel, though. Like, some games I just don't even bother. Like, you think about Pokemon already, I absolutely just looked up where Pokemon spawned in that game and did not try to find it on my own. So I am definitely not saying I will never look at guides in this challenge. That is absolutely true. I am not having a no guide limit. I think within reason, though. Like, I don't want to just spend an entire game with my face in a guide either. So there's definitely a balance to it, but there's certain types of collecting things in games that I'm just like, I'm not gonna grind this out trying to find these on my own, sorry. It really depends on the game and what the collectibles are like and how they're hidden and all that. You know, a bunch of different factors can affect how exactly I want to approach it. Yes, that is true. I can see how many blue coins are in a level, even though I never realized that when I was a kid. Kind of a game changer, frankly. Maybe I just need to get good at the Sunshine randomizer first. Like, I'm gonna absolutely know where all the Skulltulas are in Ocarina of Time at this point, because I've done the randomizer so much. Nothing like a randomizer to make you memorize literally everything in a game. It'd be my secret weapon. Yeah, I think, even though it's a lot to go through the whole game again as Luigi, I think I want to do that for those games. And, like, the green stars and stuff in Galaxy 2. I think that's what it was, right? The ones that were just, like, hidden throughout the stages and stuff. Definitely want to do all that. Some of those games, like, it is tedious to get everything in them a little bit, but it's like, or not tedious, but like, oh, it's a game where, yeah, I'm kind of willing to play a Mario game over again twice in a row. Like, I've thought about it before too with some like Metroid games. I might play them again in hard mode. There might be some cases where I like a game that much where I'll do multiple playthroughs just to do different difficulties if I like the game enough, because I don't want it to end. I don't know, we'll see. An interesting thought I've had is I think there's some, like, once I catch up, I think I'm gonna be more likely to, like, replay games and do things again, you know? A rifle? What actually is this? Can anyone tell what's going on in this picture? Like, there's clearly a person on the right. It looks like they're wheeling something, like rolling something in, but I'm not even sure about that. They're arriving at school. Oh, there is two people. I thought it was someone wheeling something. There's two people walking. Looks like a mom and a kid. Yeah, those are two people standing there. Are they just arriving at school? Why does one of the buildings have smoke coming out of it? And why do they look so disconnected? Oh, maybe that's just the school on the top left there? Or something other building in front of it? Maybe that's a path they're on. Maybe that's like supposed to be a gate or something. I don't know, kind of weird. Well, that is Mario World 5 complete. Progress. Go to the next stage. Mario is on World 6, and it is Easter Island, apparently, or something. Wait a second. Have I not seen that already? I guess not. Why'd that look so familiar? Do-do-do-do. All right, back to the Wario puzzles. You've done it 4 or 5 times since the blue. Oh, yeah. I don't remember. Well, I don't remember what I did for blue coins when I first did it. I feel like I did it pretty young. I remember, like, as a kid, the blue coins in the volcano were like so hard for me. I remember, like, I remember really struggling with those. Last time I played and got them all, it wasn't quite so bad. But I remember my first time, it was like, it was painful. All right, remember, I don't have auto correction here, so I got to pay a little bit of attention to make sure I don't do something extremely stupid. Yeah, like the physics for the boat and stuff, like I just could not figure them out. I was so bad at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those two. Did you find them all on your own then, Fear Navigator? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I absolutely never did. I don't know. Maybe I can do it. If they tell me what levels I'm missing them in. The problem is, as a kid, I never knew that they would tell you what you're missing. I always thought, like, you just had to... I don't know. I always thought it was, like, impossible to do that. But no, now that I know that you can know what levels they're missing in, it feels more doable to me now. So maybe it's not as bad as I think. We'll see. I'll try it. You've gotten them without a guide since. I don't think I ever have. I kind of want to try it this time. We'll see, though. I might throw in the towel. No promises. We actually straight up used to get player's guides back in the day. Can you believe it? Who remembers player's guides? Dude, I recently was looking up. I was kind of thinking about getting Pokopia. I still didn't pull the trigger. But dude, I saw so many like AI cover fake player's guides, even on Amazon. And I was like, geez, these are so bad. And like I saw people review like half these pages are incomplete and say like don't know yet. Or like to be decided. It was so bad. Or like to be determined. They've shipped it out without even having everything found yet. It's ridiculous. I don't know what happened to all my old players' guides, sadly. We might have gotten rid of them or like gave them away or something. I don't know where. I think we got rid of them all at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is kind of too bad. Kind of wish we didn't now that I think about it. I think we might have had the Sunshine one. I can't recall. Once I discovered game facts, everything changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, you mean I don't have to pay money to figure this stuff out? You can guarantee the money in there wasn't even theirs and just stolen from... Gosh, you guys got mad at me for last time I said this. Cerebi? Yeah, it was so clearly bad. Do 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 do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But like, I'm pretty sure, I didn't look at it too closely, but I'm pretty sure there were Pokemon on that cover that did not exist. Some of them are real, like really popular ones. It was just duplicating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it absolutely made some up. Oh, this does kind of look like a kanji, doesn't it? It's gonna be a world of all just kanji. We'll have a real fun time guessing these. Yeah, I like Sunshine. Last time I played it, I was like, yeah, there's parts of this game that just don't, like, are just kind of incredibly jank, but I actually still really liked it. I couldn't help but enjoy myself. Despite some of its issues. You know, even though that pachinko level exists, I'm still able to have a good time with it. Oh, that must have been, I must have just accidentally put that there at some point. Somehow, last time I played, I just nailed that one on my first try, and it wasn't even a problem. But I do remember a previous attempt where it was miserable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are weird. A lot of them, I think this is, if this is the theme of the world, I think I'm going to have a lot of puzzles where I start in the middle and have to work out, which is kind of nasty. Those are, generally speaking, harder puzzles. I guess the stuff on the inside will be the thing that saves it from being too bad, like we're just seeing now. Should have done this at the beginning. Yeah, that's the painful part, is every time you fail it, you have to do that slow part with the Yoshi waiting. Although apparently there's a glitch everyone did that I never knew about. Although I don't know if I want to do it. I gotta go through the pain, legit. I remember being desperate enough at doing this really stupid strategy where I would, like, not use the leaf because I hated it so much. I would, like, climb along the edge of the river and just hover nozzle from side to side and grab the coins. Part of me feels like that had to have been harder than the legit way, but I distinctly remember doing that. I did some weird things there that I'm not too proud of. Hopefully I'm okay still. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But lily pad level, that's the river one we're talking about, no? Unless you're talking about a different lily pad one. The one where you have to, like, take it across the current. The lily pad across the current. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last time, well, I don't remember if it was last time. Past times I've played, I have absolutely hated the pachinko level. It just is like, it feels so weird. You kind of, part of it though is realizing that you can't like, you have to just kind of know when you can control it, when you just can't. Because the game is forcing you to move a certain way. So like if you try to butt stomp while you're still coming out of the chute, you're just gonna jank out. You just have to know that. Or like you have to accept it and just work around it. Suji, do you have any guesses what this is yet? Can you remotely tell or not? I have messed up. I just wasn't supposed to draw that there. Luckily, that was an easy fix. Yeah, I feel like once you kind of just accept the weirdness of the pachinko one and work and like don't try to I don't know, it's hard to explain. That one, I feel like I've kind of figured out. Although I'll probably still screw up and rage anyway. Corona wasn't too bad last time I played it. When I was a kid, for some reason, just the boat water physics did not make sense to me, but last time I played it wasn't too bad. And it was mostly just the blue coins, too. Everything else I didn't have as much trouble with. Eight. What's going on here? We have one. I just have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Do. I do wonder how they make the puzzles in these, because I still think that there's no way they like determined how solvable these each were. Like it just seems so dumb to me to write a whole puzzle, be like, oh, never mind, it's impossible to figure out. Let's tweak this one pixel and try again. Like, I feel like they had to have had some sort of algorithm with just certain, like, here's all the legal, like, rules that we consider legal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did hand do everything. To me, it seems more like they drew a picture, saw if it was solvable or not, and, like, kind of went from there. I don't know. That would be my guess, but maybe it's wrong. Uh-oh, something else is wrong. This. Solving, apparently. Let's see what the next one is. Is this going to be another thing in the same vein? Exactly, or what we... More kanji, yeah. I always get confused with the different writing systems in Japan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is kanji the one where like everything is just something different? Although you can kind of combine them sometimes. Like the kanji for one thing might be just the kanji of two things together. I always forget. Guys want a sneak preview into something I did? Well, I've already said it. Now I gotta tell you. I was looking at the manual for Solar Striker for the Game Boy and want to hear, like, the lamest world-building fail ever. They said it takes place in the year, like, 2150 or something like that. But then they say aliens warned humanity of an invasion several hundred years ago, and they made the Galactic Federation in response. Bruh, several hundred years ago is like the 1800s. Wait, it's connected to Mario? What the heck have I missed? Is there something else I gotta add in my script? Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, what are you guys talking about? What did I miss? Oh, it has a manga adaptation. Wow. I just did not catch that. And I don't even remember talking about it. Well, shucks. Looks like I gotta mention that. That's fine, it was a pretty short video. That and Kicks. Coincidentally, those were both made by that one company that I always forget their name. The people who did the Game Boy Mega Man games. I have a feeling that manga adaptation is not referenced in the US manual. Although it'd be interesting to see Mina Kuchi Engineering. Yeah, that's the one. Named after a town that no longer exists. And neither does the company. Do. Yeah, I'll have to look into this. Was it like part of a Mario series thing? Like that Mario manga that went around for a while? Is it like a spin-off of that or something? A promotional thing from that? The Mario character there looks kind of familiar. Like that one Mario series. Do. Do. Huh. I almost should have mentioned it for those sports games. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much. There just wasn't a lot to talk about in those. I don't know how much detail I want to go into it anyway, though. I probably more just kind of want to acknowledge its existence. Maybe I'll bring up in this one that they did it for all those series, and this is just the funny one because the game has no official Mario characters originally, you know? So it's a bit funny in that regard. That'll be my excuse to bring it up then. One, two, three. -3. Yeah, this is the full row. No, I was just talking about, I thought it was funny the manual said that it takes place in the future, but then mentions the past as if it was before, and it's just funny. I wonder how often the... Wait. It is this. I mean, I guess you could say it's an alternate universe or something, but... Eight, 3, 6, 3, that. Alright, do you know this one yet, Suji? This world is gonna be one that we don't really have a whole lot of strong ability to guess. Do. What? Oh, why did I do that? Well, that's a bit of an easy start. It's just gonna be these right numbers, basically. Can't remember. Can I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, cannot. Ooh, Suji, it kind of looks like it. What is that the kanji for? I think your guess is good this time. Oh, these were all done. I absolutely should have crossed that off sooner. I don't know how seriously we can take the Mario Land manga as canon. Something tells me we probably shouldn't. What do you guys think for golf? Were they intending for the main character to be Mario? It's just so weird to me that they wouldn't put him on the cover. Like, it probably is, but there's a part of me that still just kind of wonders. Oh, it's another one that's just not quite the same, but close. It means question. Well, I don't know if it's so much that they thought that and they just probably got the greenlit to make a manga for it as a promotional thing. I don't know if it's that deep. And they were just like, well, how can we put Mario into this to promote it? Oh, this is all done. It feels almost fanficky. Yeah, I can kind of see what you mean. Challenging? That's not quite what Suji said. Who do I trust? We need Candace for this world bad. Do. Do you know what's a wild feeling? I've basically made my video on To the Earth, man. That was a game I remember thinking, oh, this will be an interesting one for a summary later on. I hope the difficulty of it can be conveyed by just watching the screen, because you can't exactly see where I'm aiming while I'm playing it, but... What the? Nothing? For these puzzles, part of me's tempted not to draw X's, but I feel like it's just easier on my brain if I do. Yakuman Heaven, Game Boy Wars, those will all be interesting ones. I was gonna say, have we had a game that was quite like those ones? But then I was like, you know, Harvest Moon Resetting was pretty bad. Maybe it's not quite the same kind of thing, but... That was definitely a moment. Wow, this looks like it's just a single character. That makes it a lot easier. Or a single whatever. Actually, short order / explode is almost done too at this point. Or plus explode, however you want to put it. I've not sent that one out yet to my reviewers, but it's close. That one actually was pretty iconic too, man. I'm in an interesting era of the challenge right now with the videos. Obviously, not every game is going to be these, but between Penguin Wars, Yakuman Heaven, Game Boy Wars, To the Earth. Isn't there a lot of games they never talk about making? Like, is that the only game? I mean, I guess there's like one picture they have apparently with a bunch of games that people reference, but that one, it looks like it's just code similarities. That's how people know that they made it, and that's like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some games they've talked about, but I feel like there's a lot that you kind of have to just dig to find information on. I know, for that one, I was like, why do people think they made it? And the best thing I could find was a GDRI page where they just talked about code similarities between different Tosei games, and I was like, I guess they just saw related code? That's the best guess I have. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard sometimes to find the original threads and stuff where they talk about this. I like what they do, I just wish maybe it was a little easier sometimes to find, like, the exact things they're talking about. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Yeah, their whole thing was, you know, not being a well-known developer. They apparently had a promotional picture once with, like, a pile of games that they contributed to. That sometimes people have used as well. I saw, like, a picture with it, with every single one, like, identified that was on the cover. It was, like, kind of, like, blurry, I think, too, though. And it was not their complete catalog either, by any means. Minakuchi Engineering, I don't think made as much as Toze did. I think they went belly up sooner. But they said their website said they made like 80 games, no, 40 games. And I don't even think people have identified what all of those are. The list I found on GDRI was like, oh, that was it. Start from being the one thing they wear proudly as their creation. Oh, that's kind of funny. Does Tose still exist? Wait. Yeah. These ones have all been kind of similar, honestly. Dude, it was so confusing for the chess master. I had to rewrite my part because I didn't quite get it, and I just now say it's complicated. How the chess master ended up in Ubisoft's hands, but not because they ever bought Software Toolworks. It's like the Software Toolworks got bought by another company and then split up into a bunch of different development studios, and then like one of them got sold off, which just so happened to include the chess master. It's kind of a mess. So I just said through complicated by or like purchases, the IP ended in the hands of Ubisoft. Yes, that is the page I'm referring to. I was like, at this point, I'm not going to spend this much time talking about what happened to them and their IPs. It's too messy. Yeah, they were bought by Software Toolworks, but they changed their name to Mindscape. Yeah, that threw me off for a while, too. But then they were purchased... Were they purchased by... No, weren't they connected to LJN at some point? Or am I getting... No, I might be getting people mixed up. Not LJN. What's the other one? The name kind of like that. No. No. Hang on, I gotta know. The Learning Company. They were then sold to TLC. And after TLC sale to Mattel, that's when things just got weird. And eventually, Ubisoft ended up with like one of their studios and a handful of their IP. It was so weird. But they never explicitly bought any of, like, they never, you know, Ubisoft never bought Mindscape or the Learning Company or Mattel. I don't think, right? Mattel's still around? I think so, right? No, they're not. What happened to them? Oh, no, it is around. It is around. I must have saw your note of something else. But it's you would think they would have the chess master, but at some point in the whole disaster of ownerships, it ended up with Ubisoft. I think chess software nowadays is a bit of a hard sell, though. Just with, like, the existence of chess.com. Why put money out there when, like, a really good free tool is what everyone else uses, you know? Like, I guess you could do, you could gamify it, kind of like how the Lego chess games did it. Like, there's still things you could do with a chess video game, but certainly just straight up chess playing software is not something you could, maybe you could put it in, like, a collection of board game video games or something. Like, I wouldn't be... Is chess in the, any of the, Clubhouse games? I would not be surprised if it was. There was the whole Barbie Fest disaster recently. Gosh, I have no idea what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as iconic as Chess Master was for the chess software history, I kind of understand why it doesn't exist anymore, you know? What was it? There was a chess game I played as a kid. I played Lego chess, but there was another one. Dr. Bop or Suji. Want to help me rack my brain here? What was that old chess software we had? They had, like, characters and stuff. I played Lego chess as well, but there's another one I'm thinking of that I also played. You don't remember anything besides Lego chess. There was another one. Dr. Bop, do you remember? You know what you're talking about, but you're not sure of the name. No! Man, what was that called? I have made a mistake. Whoa, why did I do this? Let's pretend that didn't happen. Battle chess. It was definitely like a kid's PC game. No, it was not battle chess. Yeah, they were like all kids or something. They are still going strong, but their video game stuff is, like, just gone. Apparently, that's kind of where software tools ended up. Merging with Mindscape, becoming Mindscape, and then being bought by the Learning Company, and then being bought by Mattel. Or something like that. And somewhere along the lines, One of the gaming divisions was sold to Ubisoft. But I don't know if it was explicitly all of Software Toolworks or what. Chess Kids, is that just straight up it? What the? I'm not even getting it. I gotta know. Oh! I don't remember it looking this bad, but this is absolutely it. I played that as a kid. I totally did. Chess Kids. I can't even see like a Wikipedia page for it. I keep getting it chesskid.com. That is not what I'm looking for. Yeah, Lego Chess had animations too. I think that's kind of a fun thing you can do with computer chess games. A way to make them a little more interesting, you know? The kids would like talk, I think, and stuff too. This is some old memories I'm digging up right now. There's something so weird to me about digging up like childhood games I haven't seen in a really long time. And be like, oh man, like these old memories are surfacing. Doesn't really happen with Nintendo stuff because I own most of those and play them all now. I guess Metroid is the closest I get because I did play that when I was really little once and never got anywhere and was incredibly lost. That kind of has that vibe for me. That game seemed like the biggest game ever. To my pea-sized brain. I wonder if playing that as a kid is part of what made me love exploring complicated worlds. If something got ingrained in my brain at that point. Some sense of discovery deal. What game? I'm talking about Metroid now. Playing that on the PC way back in the day. The emulator. Because I remember just being kind of enamored with it. Even though I never beat it, because I was a little kid who didn't know what I was doing. Dun 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 dun. Sometimes I think, like, I just want a game where all I do is just explore. Oh, I'm done. Within. Should play more games like that. Something like Yumi Nikki? Maybe. I've thought about trying that out. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Like, I've kind of grown to realize, it's a bit of a funny observation. I don't know if this is quite, like, I haven't thought about it too hard, but, like, I'm a pretty gameplay forward kind of person. Like, the mechanics of a game means a lot to me. But I realized that goes out a little bit. Well, not, like, completely. Like, I guess if it controls, like, booty, then I might be frustrated while I play it, but... something I really like in games that's not just, you know, oh, my gameplay, is, exploring things in games I really like. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ultima 4. Maybe I should do what you're doing and try all those old Ultima games. Old PC RPGs. Like, a lot of my favorite games, not all of them, but a lot of them do still have some of that mixed in. Like, Zelda games definitely have some level of exploration. A lot of collectathons, you could even argue, have a bit of an element of that, you know? Metroidvanias in general. The only people I've heard about talk about freedom and exploration more than me are old school CRPG dinosaurs. I have messed up. Oh shoot, what did I do wrong here? Let's just roll with this for now and figure out. Oh, that is a 10. I just miscounted. I thought I was like, I had a mess up somewhere I still needed to fix. Do. I absolutely wouldn't call it the only thing I value in video games, but it's definitely something I like a lot. And just part of me wonders, did I just discover it when I played Metroid as a kid, or did that shape me? The age-old question, or maybe a little bit of both. I'm interested in Atari 50, not so much because I think I'm gonna love it, if I'm being 100% honest, but more because, like, I kind of want to just experience that part of gaming more and have the more knowledge as to what that time was like, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some parts of it I like. I'm not gonna say I'm just gonna hate it, but... That's my primary motivation for wanting to try that out. More than anything. I just don't have a whole lot of experience with Gens 1 and 2. More so 2, actually, at this point. What, like, big Atari games would you say that Atari 50 lacks? Like, stuff still on Atari systems, but, you know, big games that maybe weren't published by them specifically. Maybe some of those early popular, what do you call it? Like, is Pitfall on there? There, you just mentioned it. Those early Activision games. Wait. Are probably missing from it, right? Oh, is E.T. not on it? That's funny. So far, this world hasn't been too difficult, honestly. The bad Pac-Man port, the one that also people kind of bring up sometimes when talking about the crash, being like, yeah, this was kind of a big thing people were disappointed in, too. I think this might be it. Yep. Easy enough. Yeah, back might have even had a bigger effect. I'd believe it. E.T. is the infamous example, but... I still find it funny that Japan calls it the Atari Shock. They call them out specifically for it. I mean, I guess more of a maybe for the console than anything else, but still, I find it funny. Da, 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 da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's B, beta. Still playing Atari Kart and it gets worse and worse. Why are you playing it for so long? Is there just like an objective that's impossible to reach in it? Or is it just that addicting? You can't stop now. Promote. Do. You want to beat it? How many of those old Atari games had actual endings versus just a high score chasing kind of stuff? Some obviously did. It's like every character is Bowser and you are Toad. On the collection, like 10%. Adventure does, right? I think that one has an ending. One, two, three, blank. Okay, I think this is the 2. There's a few that have limited levels. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The Donkey Kong kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do do do. 3, 3, 4. 1 there. Three there. Come on. 3. That is not the one. I thought maybe it was going to be, but I guess it's a part of this upper thing here. There we go. All right, what are we dealing with here? Oh, somehow I've never done that. 3, that's the next there, which means there, there, and there. I have messed up somewhere. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 6, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 14, 14, 13, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Ah. Don't know why I did that. I still don't feel like I fully understand the whole Pac-Man thing. One of these days, I just need to, like, read it to understand the Miss Pac-Man story. It's like... I don't know. I don't need to explain here. I'll just forget it again. But, it just sounds like a mess. Hitbox are so large, you will never win the collision. You essentially have to fight to get in front of someone and fight not to get hit from behind. Joy. You can literally see the ones over there for that. Oh. Some of this world is honestly kind of easy so far. Like, I can see how it could get hard, but right now it is not hard. Man, did they make this one just already acknowledging that it wouldn't be released in the US? Or is the complicated, or the fact that there's so many Japanese, like, I feel like this one has even just more Japanese cultural stuff. Not completely, but I feel like it does have even more than, I mean, the other ones had a bit, but I feel like this one has more than the previous games, Picross games. Oh, wait, no, Mario Super Picross was never translated either. So yeah, they probably knew this wasn't being translated at this point. I forgot, I thought that one was too. But it was not. Later stages also get littered with reversed controller traps. You have to weave around while hopping. Wait, does it like reverse your controls? What is it? It's like that, remember the evil unicycle in, Uniracers? That was wild. Pack Boy, Pack Buddy, Professor. Yeah, dude, it's all going over my head. Mario's Picross did make it to the West, yes. That was the only one initially that did. But I don't think it sold very well because they did not do it anymore. Is that 8? Yeah, that is 8. Wait, what am I missing? Oh, is it 3 up here? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? Oh. Helps too. These are weird words because I feel like some of them are like ideas and stuff like that. Do. Okay, what do we got here? Another similar start. There's a lot of zeros on 2 of the edges, which honestly makes it a lot easier. And then a lot of big numbers, because you have to have these long strokes, you know? Funny you say that, because I definitely, like, I did not play Picross at all, you know, growing up. And the one I played more was the one on this SNES Online. And I didn't play the Game Boy one until the challenge myself. Wonder if that's true for a lot of people now. That most of their experience is just with the Super Nintendo one. Over the one that actually did get translated. Was Pokemon Picross. Someone else was talking about that too earlier. I have played that one, but I think I played it after the Switch Online. I got it when, like, the eShop was closing down and all that. And I just paid the money to have the full experience without the stupid time restriction thing. Probably would have done that back in the day, too, frankly. I can't stand playing games where they limit how much you can play. I was glad they at least included an option to just pay the full money. Easy enough. Have they been releasing many arcade or console archives since the initial announcement? Console archives, the hamster stuff? I want to see more of those, just in general. Even if it's more of a third party, like even if Nintendo themselves doesn't use it a whole lot, I want to see other companies use it more. With their old libraries. Eight, that's what I want. No. You haven't noticed any new ones? I hope they do. I hope it becomes, like, more of a thing. Personally. I wonder how, like, obtuse they would get, though. Like, because they have a lot of arcade stuff on there, but, like, I don't know. Who even owns something like the Guardian Legend? I would totally just buy that nowadays. Guardian Legend or Fall Xanadu, a bunch of those old games. I don't know how messy some of the licenses are, though. I know, I thought that was really funny too, Lloyd. Didn't they, and they only did Ninja Gaiden 2, right? Not the first one? What if that's related to the deal they have with Nintendo or something? different restrictions at the time or something. I don't know. I should get that one even, actually, if I want to support this series so much, and I like Ninja Gaiden. Has that Disney collection, that Disney Capcom collection come out yet? NSO has the first one. Does that come out for the Switch 2 yet? Or Switch, whatever. I want to buy that. The one with, like, DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Chip and Dale 2, a couple other ones. I want to get it. I remember it was announced, I just can't remember if it's out yet. Yeah, Darkwing Duck. Man, I kind of miss when Capcom made platformers, not gonna lie. I know a lot of people now are big fans of Resident Evil and all that, but... I imagine a lot of those people aren't even with Capcom at this point anymore, though. I mean, platformers in general. Very different scene than it used to be. Wait, is this the one you were talking about, Suji? The other one now? Snef, Goose Troop, and Bonkers. Yeah, I need to get that. Dude, I played Goof Troop as a kid. That game's actually fun. Like, I like it. It's good. It's kind of short, but... it's a good time. Like, I replayed it recently, and I was like, is this gonna be one of those games that is just... I played in my childhood and liked? And I was like, no, it's actually pretty good. I like it. If you aren't playing perfect, it'll watch the wall. You sound like you're having a great time, Turtle. Bum ba na 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 na. Goof Troop music. Boom, 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 boom. I hear a dog barking. I don't know how that sounds with my audio filter on right now. Do 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 do. From 3 Mega Man a year to 1 Mega Man a decade. Don't remind me. At least we're getting one right now. Oh. Wait. 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. Limit! It'll be interesting watching you watch. It'll be oh, yeah. Wait, what else am I going to talk about it, though? New Adventures of Pac-Man or something? If it does, because I don't necessarily want to talk about it if it doesn't make sense for the... like, what video does that actually fit in? Oh, Miss Pac-Man for the Game Boy. Right, I forgot I played that. We'll see how many details I go into it. If it makes sense for the story. I need to look at it first. Probably to some degree, though. Like, at least in the Pac-Man video, it all kind of made sense to talk about it, because it's what led into why it was released at such a weird time in Europe, and Nintendo published and re-releases and all that. Like, I kind of had to tell the story for that one, you know? But I probably will still. I just need to look at it. Yep, there will be a new video today of the Chess Master. There's a pretty fun company history section to that one. At least I think so. Learn about how, a programming nerd and like a boisterous talk show guy linked up and made an iconic chess franchise together. Oops. Pa-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-na-na-na-na-na. Do you want videos coming up that I'm, like, somewhat dreading the research for? Just because it's going to be a little hard. My Nintendo of Europe content. Boulder. No, I always want to call it Boulder Dash. What's that game called again? I always forget. No, it is Boulder. No. Why do I always forget what that darn game is called? It is Boulder Dash. Why did I think it wasn't Boulder Dash? Dude, I played too much Picross, that's my excuse. This is probably my last puzzle of the day, by the way. No, the problem is that Nintendo's start in Europe is just a mess. Every country was different. It was different. They licensed the NES to, like, different stores or different companies at first, and it was different depending on the country. It's a little hard to find really clear, like, documentation on exactly. I think a lot of it tends to be, I don't know, like, I found some just like, oh, here's what people wrote about and said about it. You know, it's just a little bit less concrete all around. Do. And Nintendo of Europe was eventually founded and became kind of the unifying company to handle it all. But even then, that's like, even to this day, Bergsala still handles Nintendo releases in Scandinavian countries, you know? Like, there's still ripple effects. Yeah, there'll be stuff with Fire Emblem too, and it'll just be a long game to talk about in general. I'm gonna try to map out Marth's Conquest, because I think understanding it helps a lot with wrapping your head around what the heck is going on. There isn't a map in the original game, but I think it really helps once you see it. What? It's not here? Oh, is this one of those, like, little... Wait, I'm a little concerned. I think I messed up. Wait, no. Why did I... No, that is 12. I'm a little bit concerned about what I've done here today. We'll see. Something feels off. And honestly, Nintendo's slow start in Europe, generally speaking, I would say still has some... Uh-oh. Oh, no. What have I done? Did I just miscount? No. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 12, 12, 13, 5, 4, 3, 5. So there's a mistake down here somewhere. Or here. Oh, this is 1. I think I just fixed it, though. Where the heck is this 2, though? I'm so confused. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. 6. I can't count. It is just up here. Dude! I played too much Picross. Don't think that would be in the first Fire Emblem. The story about the... Yeah, Thracia. Some of that stuff would be probably in after talking about Thracia. I'll still mention him, obviously, in the first video, but not the whole story right away. I'll go in however much detail there is, like I do normally with games. Some developers talk more than others. I haven't looked too closely at that one yet. I need to stop playing this game. 9, 9, 5, 10, 9, 2, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There is a border for the gray puzzle so they can be matched. I'm not sure I'm quite understanding what you're saying. Ba-ba-ba. Sources were a bit weird to track down, but Fire Emblem fans are dedicated. Yeah, that'll do it. We're good. All right. That is the time to end the stream. Not done with this world, but I made really good progress. Oh, I'm actually near the end. Nice, almost 2 full worlds today. I think I got more done today than last time. Let me get out of here. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, let me go ahead and stop the timer. Boop.